Chat! I'm here! It's back! It's live! The audio might be different. So there's that. Starting off with a sneeze. How are you all doing? I think I'm allergic to speaking. Every time I tend to get on stream and start speaking, I do immediately start sneezing. I don't know what that's all about. Audio sounds good. Perfect. Please let me know if you didn't, if you watched the new, Pokemon Unbound today, you will see what the new microphone setup is. And so that's our new situation here. I thought it might work a little bit better and also hopefully give a little bit better audio. So do please let me know if anything does sound bad. You're over 24 hours late, that's true. That is true. I misscheduled myself last night. Are you all ready to see the new background? Are you ready? Golden, how are you doing? Never not late. That's true. Darkless, thank you so much for the audio sounding good. I think you should mute to make the stream better. You know what? That is the rudest thing you've ever said, and I refuse. The bit doesn't work as well since I don't have a camera on right now, but it's there. All right, here's the new background. Here it is. Gotcha. Had a fun TOS2 game. Claimed Crusader. Apparently 2 people visiting my target means that was fake. That was gesture though. That's funny. All right, here's actually the new thing. How y'all doing? Welcome in. Welcome to the new background. All right, I do have thoughts. Is it better with the backlight off? Is it better with the backlight off? Should I add another light over here? Kind of imagine something kind of like this, not as harsh. Like a light like this? Or does it look good with like the lamp on back there? Where's the well shrine? Oh, that's in the other room. That's in the other room. I do kind of dig the light on, but I feel like that's such a harsh light that I could do with it off and just put another light up. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Where to put Golden and Indy? In the trash. In the trash. No, is this new stuff? This behind me, this shelf right here. This is just a mess right now. Ignore this one. I need to put some shelves in, but that's gonna be like a month or two from now's problem. But we got the main Pokemon area right here behind me. We got the Eeveelutions right here. We got my Eevee art. We've got the puzzle, and then right here, barely off frame, is the Game Boy games. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I realized in retrospect when I was recording, I was like, oh dang, I basically cover all the fun Pokemon stuff. I wish I would have had this right there, but it's there. This is your bedroom, office, living room, kitchen, bathroom. This is actually the kitchen. Yeah, this is the kitchen. You should get something like I sent you in DMs. Wait, what did you send me in DMs here? Ooh, that is actually really cool. That would look really cool. Something like, I don't know where I'd put that. Could like move the puzzle. I would love like my logo like back there that like lit up. I think that'd be really cool. I think I might try it here and just like add another light off to the side. Not tonight, obviously, but potentially. Also trying to decide where I want this microphone at. I don't want it in the way. I would say turn your down mic. Okay, it is peaking. Okay, let me... All right. Cool, because normally in the old setup, my mic was not right here. My mic was like here. Like over here next to my camera. And I feel like it didn't give us the best audio quality because it was so far away. But at the time, I didn't really have the space to be able to put it on the side. But in this setup, I do. There we go. I think the mic should be in a different spot every 10 to 15. Yeah, just continually, just like moving it around. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that'll work. No, but yeah. But definitely let me know if anything is off or not. But welcome to the stream, everyone. Oh shoot, I didn't open the soft reset. I am completely out of it. I do want to make that the utmost clear. I am very tired. I am very tired. We've been doing a lot of moving. And it's out of there. Like the DVD logo on DVD players, that'd be great. You played some Super Mario Mon. I feel like I probably should have given that game a shot. But I'm not a big fan of Fake Mon, only because you all know this. I already can barely keep up with the normal 1025. And then I start adding in fake mons, and I'm like, how am I ever going to keep track of all these? But I have heard good things about it, and the little bit I've seen. Yes, you're old. Nah, I wish it had to do with me being old. I've just always been bad at keeping up with my memory. Hey, dog. Expecto subscribo. Hey, dog, with the 48-month resub. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. K-Dog, just for you, I'm gonna get a shiny right here. Okay, just pretend like one of those was shiny. Just pretend like one of those was shiny. K-Dog, you subscribe. It was super effective. Yeah, they did. Alright, so this is the deck we are going to be checking out for today's stream. This is the new Marnie deck. Utilizing Marnie's Grimmsnarl and Froslass. I believe these cards, I don't even think they're in Destined Rivals. I think it's just a theme deck that's coming out alongside of it. I could be wrong. I'm double checking here. No, this isn't Destined Rivals. This is part of Destined Rivals, but they added it to TCG Live early for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know the reason about it, but it is here. But this is the deck we're going to be playing tonight. Testing around. I mean, we might not play it the whole night, but I do at least want to play around with it a little bit because it is the new big thing and kind of see, isn't it out? Yeah, Destined Rivals comes out May 30th. You can pick up from your local card shops the Monday before, so that is Memorial Day for those of you in the States. That is the 26th. So I will hopefully be picking up my box on the 26th if I can get one. And I will probably have a video up by end of day on the 26th with me opening said box. Which will be really exciting, so definitely keep a lookout for that. Revolution, welcome on in. Rev, how you doing? Soul the Silver. Silver the Soul. Yeah, but so this deck, its main way it works is kind of a Froslass deck, which we've seen before. Froslass's whole thing is the Freezing Shroud. During Pokemon Checkup, you put a damage counter on every Pokemon that has an ability, sans any Frostlasses. And then we use Monkey Dory to just push that damage across to the other side of the board. Monkey Dory does have an ability here, so during Checkup, Monkey Dory does indeed get damage on it, so you can just push it back across. Badoo to slow them down in the late game, and then we have Marnie's line here, Marnie's Grimmsnarl. With the Punk Up ability, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you search up 5 basic Darkness energy cards that attach to your Pokemon, to your Marnie's Pokemon any way you want. So you can easily set up a couple Grimmsnarls to be ready to start throwing 180 damage plus whatever damage we push from Monkey Dory. Theoretically, we can hit for 60 damage off the Monkey Dory pushed over, so we can hit for like 240, which is kind of interesting if we have more monkeys. It just depends on what our board state looks like, as well as if we're playing from behind. We got the Defiance Band for hitting an additional 30. TM Devo, which I'm not sold on TM Devo. I mean, there might be some situations where I think you need it, because actually I don't know how you deal with Cornerstone. other than just Badooing, because I'm Cornerstone, you can't be attacked by Pokemon with an ability. So, I actually don't know what the Cornerstone deal is here. Maybe you don't evolve, but this gets one shot. I guess just Badooing and pushing damage across is kind of the thing. I kind of would be up for adding like a charm. I am a big fan of charming Badoos. That seems to be a new meta all around, but it just seems to be nice. And then we got the Spike Month gym, which is once during your player's turn, you can search your deck for a Marnie's Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. Badoo cringe. Badoo is the meta right now. And if everyone's gonna be using it against me, you gotta use it against them. Do you know Soul Silver is peaking on the left? I sure do. It is for our soft resets. We're currently on 777 soft resets for a shiny. We've already gotten a couple shinies. We're looking for a couple more. Oh, that's really cool. I do like that. I do like that golden. The wall light. And you can customize it. It's giving me like Hamster Wheel vibes. I do love that. That's very funny. 777 Jackbox. Yeah, Jackbot pot it. Alright, chat. I've been yapping for much too long. Let's get into our first game here. With the move going on, I haven't had a ton of time to play a lot of TCG recently. So I actually have only played one game with this deck. So don't expect me to be good at it. You can make it go around your stuff on the wall instead of having to move to front. I do really like that, because imagine it just kind of going around the puzzle, because I do really like that puzzle. All right, my opponent is going first, which is just what I want. I would like to go second with this deck so we can Badoo. I don't like having Impidimit active. Honestly, incredible top deck would be an Arven. Arven would be an incredible top deck. It could be a mirror. They are using the Marnie sleeves, but Marnie is a lot of people, not a lot of people. I guess that's opinioned, objective. Say a lot of people's favorite. I know there are a lot of people who do like Marnie. No, it is a mill deck. This is one of my least favorite kind of decks to play against. It is the Great Tusk Mill using the Land Collapse. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck, and if you played an Ancient Supporter card from your hand this turn, discard 3 more cards this way. The whole way this deck works is they try and make you use up all your, throw away all your cards. It's pretty upsetting. People still want to try it out, and of course you have the Sims. No. Alright, big Yikatha Christie here. Big Yikatha Christie. Alright, we're gonna grab the Badoo out and at least Badoo them. Our other Badoo is prized. Our Snow Runts are here. All 4 Arvens are here, and we just couldn't get one. The secret box is also our ace spec of choice here. To search out a stadium supporter, a Pokemon tool, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I don't know how much I love the Devo. I don't know. I feel like the Devo is so specific. I don't know specifically what matchups it even helps in. I'm sure there are several. And I might regret not having it, but it's neither here nor there. We'll at least keep it in the deck for now. I'm trying to think what it does help with. Because, I mean, I guess it helps fix some math, especially, I don't know, maybe it is good, especially with Froslass and Monkey being able to push damage over and then doing a Devo turn to get multiple kills. Honestly, could be pretty good. Honestly, I've talked myself into it. I see why it's here. And a Rotom. Why are you pulling out a Fan Rotom? What are you going to do with that? I mean, you could kill my Badoo, but you need to get into active somehow. So unless you're playing Latias, I don't know how you plan to get that. I don't know how you plan to get the Fan Rotom in active. I used to play the TCG on my Game Boy, but been out of the loop for what's good for stuff in decades. I've actually never played the Game Boy Color Pokemon TCG game. It is on my list to play, though. I do really want to play it. Because as much as I play this TCG, the meta is constantly shifting, constantly changing. Should definitely... what another awful top deck. Definitely check out my video about the Atlanta Regional if you're interested in learning about it. Let's get a Snow Runt down. Because I have a Froslass in hand, so let's at least get that down. Go for an Evo here, and another Itchy Pollen. A meta that changes constantly is healthy and a good meta. Absolutely, yeah. That is something I really like about the Pokemon TCG. It's kind of, it can be frustrating with as often as they put out new sets. Like, they put out a new set, like, every, like, 3 months. So it can be a little bit frustrating, especially on the wallet. But that's why I just buy the cards that I just buy singles. I buy one booster box for each set, and then I just buy singles, because I'm not out here trying to spend hundreds of dollars on these sets, because they do come out so often, and they do have like meta relevant cards that do come out. You really hate Dragapult. You really hate Dragapult. Dragapult, there's a reason why people are playing Dragapult a lot. It's because it is a really good deck. It's because it is a really good deck. But I hear your frustration. I hear your frustration. Alright, we will put down the Froslass. Which is just going to affect the Fan Rotom. I could grab down Monkey here, or I could grab down another Snow Run. Part of me wants to grab down Monkey. Just to go ahead and get it starting to collect damage. Yeah, let's grab Monkey. Let's grab Monkey. And then next turn, we can always grab that. Also, I don't think Devo is going to come into play here, because they're Dunsparces. They're going to evolve immediately. I don't think it's going to matter. Or when it feels like 5 hours spent setting up one Dracloak. That's fair. Have you played the deck yet? Have you played it at all? My old Yu-Gi-Oh deck is useless. The meta's changed so much from almost every build is viable to turn one wins the only way. That is, I've heard a lot about that. About Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a lot of it is like decks that work really well in the first turn. Yeah, that's how Freezing Shroud works. So every time during Pokemon Checkup, which happens as their turn passes to mine, Pokemon Checkup happens. So for anyone who's like burned or anything like that, in this case, Freezing Shroud activates and puts 1 damage counter on anyone with abilities. Which is great for this deck, and how the whole way this deck works is now I can use Monkey Dory, as long as they have a Darkness energy on it, I can Adrenabrain to move this 20 damage wherever I want. So then it kind of comes into a bit of a playing of like, where do you want to attach this damage? Moving it to the Dunsparce is pretty worthless, considering that they are going for the runaway draw. We could also move it to the Fan Rotom. And since, as long as we position this here correctly, when the Fan Rotom dies, it'll be during Pokemon Checkup. Thus, they will not be able to make use of like Pheasantipity, but they will get stuff like Counter Catcher and the like, so we do need to be a little bit mindful of that. But yeah, this Fan Rotom will die as I pass back to them unless they do something. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just 80% reading the card, 15% reading opponent's cards, 5% gameplay. Yeah, I've never touched Yu-Gi-Oh! I've never touched Yu-Gi-Oh! It feels like it's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of solitaring that happens in the Pokemon TCG. A lot of decks where you just sit and your opponent plays, especially for their first turn. Like, they just play a game by themselves for like 5 minutes, and you're just like, man, I sure would love to play. I used to play one of those decks, the Miraidon. Was very much a solitaire deck for your first turn, because you just could do so much. Ooh, they're going for the Jet Energy. They're going to kill my Badoo. What do I want to do here? Because I could Night Stretcher. I could Night Stretcher my Badoo back. I think I am actually going to do that. I think I'm going to be a little bit of a dick here. I think I'm going to be a little bit of a dick here, because they'll die during checkup. Because here's what we're going to do. We're going to play down the second Froslass. Is there anything I need to artisan right now? I'm trying to think. I mean, I would love another monkey. They also currently, I can use counter catcher. So I think it would be worth it to maybe counter catcher up the other Great Tusk. Because this thing, it dies during Pokemon checkup, which I think is very funny. Yeah, let's counter catcher up the other Great Tusk. Let's grab another monkey. Let's Earthen Vessel the Devo, because again, not really going to come up in this game. We're actually going to grab one energy, because once we evolve, I can pull the... Well, I'm not going to set up the other one, so we'll grab both energies just to thin the deck. Put that there. Gonna Adrenabrain the damage here to that friend there. And we're gonna Night Stretcher for the Badoo back. And retreat into the Badoo. And Itchy Pollen again. And be an absolutely just horrendous player. Not letting them play the game at all. But that's how it goes. The only thing I do hate about Froslass is on the TCG, I have to watch each one pop up instead of them just both popping up at the same time. I wish they just both popped up at the same time. I wish they both just popped up at the same time. If we could get our, Grimmsnarl out, we could actually start swinging. Because Grimmsnarl can hit for 180, and I can actually start doing damage. But I'm just not getting Grimmsnarl, Arven, Spike Month. Like, I'm not getting any of the cards I need to be able to get it out. Time for some pain and suffering. Once you have a good understanding of what your cards can do, you can do turn 1 wins. It's 99% of the game. That's wild to me. I think a problem is you need to hard commit Froslass and Monkey, not giving room for Grimm to do anything. Yeah, it's kind of like you leave one space for Grimmsnarl to get out to do big swings. But I mean, we also aren't playing against a deck that has huge amounts of HP that we need to swing for a lot on. We also are adding some awkward damage spreads here, but that's okay. It's okay. All right, we'll grab you. 60 here puts them really close to death. So yeah, let's put all of it there. And then... Oh, no! Okay, I was like, oh, no. I was like, I clicked the wrong one. Okay. And then we'll also put... No, I don't want to commit the rescue board yet in case they have like a boss. We'll hold it in hand. So win or lose, first TOS game, 2 of the night. Let's go. I gotta be honest, Hop uses a lot from his deck. Same with Ed and Iona, but Marnie feels like a more restrictive Charizard. It's interesting because of the energy acceleration. I don't know. I think if anything, I think this is definitely more of a Monkey Dory Froslass deck. Because this deck already existed before these Marnie cards came out. I think Marnie just works really well with it because of the damage spread and that it accelerates to itself. And that you really only need to put 1 bit space. Because we also do play a rare candy. So we could have evolved by now if we just drew into anything that was helpful. Like, we're both not drawing super helpful stuff. They haven't started land collapsing us yet at all, which means they aren't drawing energy. And I'm also not drawing anything to allow me to just start swinging. Because I take out the one on the bench next turn. Okay, they're jetting up to kill my Badoo again. And I currently have no... But this honestly is great for me. I do really, really like this. I do really, really vibe with this. Because that means Counter Catcher comes back into play. This is a visual glitch that I was doing. The minuses there. Alright. Okay, Iona definitely is going to come into play here for us to actually get some cards moving. I think first thing. Actually, I think we say we want Iono before I kill, because when I kill, I go down to 4, so my Iono becomes worse. So I don't want Iono yet, but I think I might want a counter catcher. Because I can easily kill the Fan Rotom next turn. So I definitely want to counter catcher. I think I want to bring this guy up. Yeah, I want to bring that guy up because he doesn't have the hand fan. Then we'll go for the Iono. I just misplayed there. I forgot to attach the rescue board. Big screw up on my part. Heavy screw up on my part. Forgot to attach the rescue board. That's pretty disappointing for me. Big upset. Big upsets. Alright, we'll grab that. I do get the Evo here, which is nice. So we can retreat and swing in and kill this. So where do I want to push my 30? I think actually I push my 30 to Fan Rotom, and I get another 2 kills. I think that's what I want to do here. Alright, we push this 30 to Fan Rotom, and then during Pokemon checkup, they straight up die. And then we Evo here. I can only attach this to Marnie's Pokemon. Yes. Just grab those 2. And then here's the other thing about Marnie's Grimmsnarl, is it also does 30 damage to the bench. So we're going to go for Shadow Bullet here for 180. And then we'll also deal 30 damage to the bench. So we'll take a knockout here. We'll take our prize card, then we'll go to checkout. Checkup. Where 2 more damage counters will be added to the Fan Rotom here. Knocking them out. Also got to keep in mind our Grimmsnarl does take some damage here, but luckily this deck that we're playing against, they aren't trying to deal damage to us. I don't understand why this and not the other Marnie cards for a Marnie deck. Well, that's the thing. This isn't really so much a Marnie deck as it is a Froslass deck that also utilizes Marnie. Are they trying to mill you or themselves? I'm confused. They're trying to mill me. They're just going really slow about it because of the, I believe the item lock really slowed them down. They're trying to get 2 energy here so they can land collapse and discard 3 cards off the top of my deck. But unfortunately, they were just not able to get there in time. We'll see if they're able to bring anything back. I don't think they're going to be able to bring anything back here. Because especially now with Monkey Dory, with Grimmsnarl in play, along with Monkey Dory, I can kill a Dunsparce on the bench. So this theoretically is over come my next turn. Unless they leave their bench completely empty. And even, well, no, because then the game's over anyway, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No matter what happens here, I just win next turn. I just win next turn. I have game on board. There are some abilities I hate. Why can't End Zoro only use End Mon? It limits what Zoro can do. Marnie can attack each energy to Marnie's Mon. That's the thing. That's the thing. They are restrictive to only work with the trainer's Pokemon. 5 is because theoretically you could set up energy on multiple Marnie's Pokemon. I mean, just like Charizard. Charizard pulls out 3 energy, but Charizard only needs 2 energy to attack. So you can accelerate, set up some other attacks. Crushing Hammer. Alright, can they crush it? If they can, they actually... Okay. They actually could potentially come away with another turn. What do they want to take? Do they want to take it from my Monkey or from my Grimmsnarl? My Grimmsnarl kills, but my Monkey pushes. I don't know. I think Monkey would have been better. And there's the land collapse. Hey, there's all of our Arvins. There's all of our Arvins. It's funny. Also, I should have played an Impotent down. Had I played an Impotent down, I would have been still fine. That was a mess up on my part. Need you for energy acceleration. We're not going to Super Rod yet until we get to the point that we need it. And we'll save the Ultra Ball. So we're just going to push damage off of you. I'd love to push it on 20U, but we'll just push it here for now. We'll just push it there for now. We'll pass. I had game on board, but them getting rid of that energy there screwed me. That was a very good play from them. And a big misplay for me that I didn't have another energy on the other monkey for not attaching the rescue board. So that was also partially on me. I don't know why they attached Fan. That's why, like, it would have made sense for them to get rid of the energy off my monkey, let me attack and take a prize card, and then push the energy away there. Because my monkey, I feel like, is more of your issue. The fact that I can do big kills. Now, if I'm not careful, next turn, one of my monkeys will die. One of my monkeys will die if I'm not careful. This strat feels a little volatile, like Hop and Polk can really abuse the Froslass and Dory. There is actually a Froslass deck with Dragapult. There is actually, I've seen it. I haven't seen a lot of it. Here you take it. Froslass, that is smart. Because now I would have to give an energy there. So that is a smart play. I really screwed myself with this one. There is no one to blame. Oh, are you going to kill my Froslass? They might go for a giant tusk here. No, they go for the land collapse. Okay. Not my Grimmsnarl. I needed them. Whatever will I do? As soon as I pass my turn back, this monkey dies. Whatever will I do? You just Night Stretcher it back. Actually, I'm going to Night Stretcher for energy. Yeah, I'm going to Night Stretcher for energy. So we're going to Super Rod, Grimmsnarl, all that wonderful energy back. Then we're going to Ultra Ball you and you away. Grab ourselves Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Then we're going to Rare Candy. And then activating Punk Up. We're going to grab that energy back. And we're going to place that energy there. And then we're going to grab this energy here. First off, we're going to keep you alive. 30 plus 30, unfortunately, is not enough. If I had one more energy available to me, I would be able to do it. But unfortunately, I have to contribute this energy here to get an attack off. I should actually probably just push the 30 here. That was probably a big misplay on my part. That's probably a big misplay on my part. Because I do knock out here. I misplayed. It's fine. It's fine. I misplayed. I think I will throw this 30 here just in case they aren't able to get the Evo. Because if they don't get the Evo, don't both monkeys die? Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Because that goes to 90. Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. They do both die. I did my math wrong. And see, that's what I was saying. It's my first time playing this deck. So definitely you got to keep that math in mind. And I did not. But I also should have won that turn had I not misplayed my rescue board in the early game. Yeah, I figured they would be able to runaway draw. I figured they'd be able to runaway draw. Still not over for us yet, though. We do still have some plays here. One of its biggest weakness is that the Snorlax, because the retreat cost is like 3. Can always play a Latias or play more switch cards. You do have the issue, though, of Badoo stopping switches from working, though. We do only need one more prize card here, which is why I still went with the attack. They do get 2 prizes off of us here. So all we need is just energy or Night Stretcher, Secret Box. Like, there's multiple cards that we could pull, which gives us game. Arvin gets us game right now with Rescue Board. So we have outs. We just need to draw into them. Yeah, I should have pulled the damage off of the other monkey. Just a bit of a misplay. Still learning a new deck. Ish how it goes. But hey, you know what I won't do? Make that mistake again. And now they can't go for the Giant Tusk kill here, because if they kill me, then I just promote Grimmsnarl and win. So they just... Oh, the secret box. Oh, the secret box. That would have given me game. Professor's Research also probably would have gotten me game. It's okay. We'll see what we top deck here. Again, we still have so many cards in the deck that just give us the game. Hmm. 12 cards in deck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of our energy is on board. We're looking for that rescue board. Do we think rescue board's in the top 7? Let's find out. Hey, it is. It is in the top 7. You love to see it. Never punished. I would love to see what my last 5 cards were, but I don't want to be a dick and hit Artisan when I have game. Last prize was Scenario. See, never punished. That also wasn't a great matchup to really look at this deck, considering just Land Collapse is not a very meta-relevant deck right now. It's also just such an unfun deck to play against. Yeah, I really killed off both monkeys there for no reason. Heavy misplays on that one. Heavy misplays on that one, chat. You get majority by day 3. You told the Conjurer to nuke the SK that I just switched into Mayor. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Imp-a-dimp. Alright, this is a better starting hand. We're still going to have to discard energy here if we don't pull into something. What are they cooking here? I haven't seen Dracloak in Mamoswine. Mamoswine Dragapult. Because Mamoswine is powered off of stage 2s. Which is not Dracloak. Dracloak is a stage 1. And unless is Mamoswine their draw power for like Dragapult? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what they're cooking here. Pidgey makes sense. So far this all makes sense. I'm not gonna let you rare candy though. Just do keep that in mind. There will be nowhere candying on my watch. Nowhere candying on my watch. We'll go and grab another snow runt. Get down both of our snow runts. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Team Evo for sure not. I don't even know if I really like Team Evo in this deck. Because I really want to I want to control the game with Badoo. I don't even know that I really like Team Evo here. I don't know, I feel like if I have access to Badoo, I want to use Badoo. They're in the kitchen. Do you think they burnt the kitchen or cooked a 5-star meal? Shoot, we're about to find out. We are about to find out. Also, what are you pulling off the Artisan? Because you need to keep some room. Another Pidgey. Okay, to get another Pidgeot. But again, I don't see why they're gonna... Why they want Dracloaks for Draw Engine when that reduces the amount of damage that Mamoswine can do. Because remind me... Mamoswine is one... Okay. Okay, game. I was trying to look at something. Is 180 plus 40. So right now they can only do 180 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40. 40, 80, 120. I mean, it still hits for 300, which in most cases is more than enough. Still, that feels weird, right? Yeah, quick search can't be used twice in a turn, but I'm sure they'll get both evos for the damage. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. Now, we could Ultra Ball for Marnie and put down Marnie, but I don't think I want Marnie yet. I don't think I want Marnie yet. I don't think I want the Earthen Vessel. Because I have Stretcher. I can stretch back that energy. So I think we'll throw away both of them. The Froslass is priced. My other Froslass is priced. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just have to start hitting. I didn't even do a price check last turn. Didn't even price check last turn. That's fine. We'll still leave a space for second monkey. Monkey. Alright, would love to draw into Spike Month or something. Look in the Pokemon channel. Alright, I'll look in that Pokemon channel. I will give it a lookie. Burm. Got it in one. Yo, what a spoiler. What if I was going to do it? What if I was going to do the Pokedol that I haven't done in like a month? I probably wasn't going to do it. That is cool, though, that you got it in one. That's really cool. They didn't get anything off the research? They had to pass back off the research? No! That's not what you want. That's not what you want to see happen. Where do I even want to push this damage to? You're just going to slowly die on your own until they evolve you. I could push it to the Dreepy. I think pushing it to the Pidgey, or even pushing it to... Let's push it here, because they're gearing this guy up to attack. So let's go ahead and start getting some damage on him, so that way we can hopefully start swinging with a Grimmsnarl. That's the hope there. Chat, we're about to hit 800 soft resets. Can we hit 800 before my next turn? All one tries. That's awesome. They did get the pillow. What does the air balloon do again? I don't remember. The stage 2 Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost. Okay, they're bossing. Bossing. That makes sense. How much do you hit for just at your current stage? 50. Okay, Arven fixes me. Arven actually gives me a lot here. Hold up a second, chat. There's actually a lot we can do here. There's actually... We can cook here. We can cook here. Chat, I lied. We can't cook here. I don't have enough cards to throw away. Chat, we can cook here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's start cooking. Let's just start cooking. Because I need to keep the rare candy. We're grabbing Rescue Board in the gym. The Defiance Band is unnecessary. Maybe a Night Stretcher? No, I need energy. And I don't have any way to get another energy because I threw away the... let's grab Boss for next turn. I don't know what item I want. I don't need any of these items. I guess Stretcher. Just to have it in hand. I guess Stretcher just to have it in hand. Alright, let's do the gym. Spike Month Gym. Grab ourselves any Marnie's Pokemon. We'll grab Marnie's Grimmsnarl. And we'll rare candy Marnie's Grimmsnarl. And we'll punk up. Grab out 2 energy. And attach them there. Then we'll attach the rescue board. And now we could continue to hit with Badoo and continue to keep them item locked until next turn when we can boss his order. Or we could retreat into Grimmsnarl, move 30 damage to Pidgey, hit Dreepy and Pidgey. Or move 30 damage here, 30 plus, that's 50, that puts him at 80. I kind of want to attack with the Badoo. I think we slow down and we give them one more turn of Badoo. I think we go one more turn of Badoo, which could be detrimental to us, but they won't be able to rare candy here. They won't be able to rare candy here. So let's do this, because they won't be able to rare candy. And we can hopefully, if they don't disrupt, we can boss up. We can boss up a pillow. Will you win as NA? What NA are you? This could remove the Devo and add a way to move energy around. That's what I'm like. I don't know if the Devo or the Evo is great. The Devo comes into play in a game like this, where I could push enough damage, like I could have 100 damage onto the Pillow Swine when it becomes a Mamoswine and hit Devo and it devolve and die, which would be kind of wild. Which would be kind of wild. I mean, they could set up here and start attacking. They have a hefty hand. They do get the Mamo. They do get the Mamoswine, which means they can now haul. Mammoth hauler. Chat, that is our 800 soft reset. They are grabbing out the Dragapult. Which does make sense. Do they have boss? If they have boss, they can't get a kill on my Grimmsnarl, though, because they're only hitting for 240. Arven for what? What do you Arven for here? What do you Arven for here? I don't know. I think I still attack with the... Oh, for Switch. You can't use Switch, though. You're item locked from the Badoo. Sorry, pal. Sorry. Spike Month doesn't get me anything because I don't need a Marnie's Pokemon. Where do I want to move this 30? Actually, I just move this 30 to the Pidgey and kill it. Man, if I just had one more energy. Okay, so please get me one more energy off the prize card. Please give me energy. Okay. Cool. Thanks. Would Froslass hurt Pikachu? Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Alright, maybe we pull Pult. Or do we go for... Because they're still item locked. Do we just keep them item locked? We could. We could boss up Swine up here, so that way they need 2 energy. And we just continue to keep them controlled. I think we just continue to play a control game here. They can't switch. We're hitting for weakness with Itchy Pollen. They can't use that switch they have in hand, and they can't... If we left Dreepy up there, they would just need to attach 1 energy and retreat, or attach a rescue board and retreat. This way, Swinub needs 2 energy to retreat. So I think this definitely puts me in a better position here. Jet Energy would be their way around it, but I don't think they play Jet Energy, and they've already done their attach. They're doing the smart call and evolving the Pidgeotto to keep it safe. Definitely want to keep that Pidgeotto safe. I think I'm going to start pushing damage, though, onto the Mamoswine, though. Because the Mamoswine's who I need to kill. The Mamoswine's who I need to kill. The damage here. I could also push the 30 to the Dreepy and get another kill there. Next turn, I think we push it to the Dreeping to kill there. That could be smart. I should have sat on that a couple seconds longer and considered that. I should have sat on that for a couple seconds more and considered just killing the Dreeping, getting another prize card, to hopefully get another energy, because I really need a second energy, because that is currently what I'm not in a good position of, is I have too much damage on my side of the board right now, which is not great for me. Not having a second energy to be able to move this damage around and keep my Pokemon safe, because I don't love how much damage is on our Grimmsnarl right now. But here's also something else we can do. Instead of pushing the 30... Oh, that's great. They get their Pidgeot. Good for them. Instead of pushing the 30 to kill the Dreepy, I think we push the 30 to kill the active Swinub. That way they have to promote someone. They'll probably promote that Dreepy unless they evolve it to a Loke right here. Which, I mean, they still would probably push it. I don't know what else they would be grabbing off this quick search here. Maybe... I mean, they could grab another Pillow-Swine to keep their Swinub safe. That's probably their best call. And if they do that, we just kill... We push 30 to whatever we need to push to get another prize card to hopefully get ourselves another way to search energy. Oh no, are they just gonna lunge out? Are they gonna call for family? I don't think they're gonna call for family, because Mammoth Hauler gets them Pokemon. They're gonna go for damage, which is fine with me. But yeah, we're gonna push the 30 here. That way they have to promote someone. Which again, I think it's gonna be that Professor Turo. Professor's Turo is great. Professor's Turo is great because we can pick up and move some damage if we want to. So let's move it off of... And I could Turo this monkey. Oh my gosh. And no, because the energy gets discarded. That's Penny. Maybe I should have Penny in this deck over Turo. But the energy would get discarded, but then I could just Night Stretcher it back. I could just Night Stretcher it back. Oh, that's hilarious. Or we could research. I think we might scenario here, though. Ooh, okay. I wasn't expecting the Pidgeot to come up. I 100% was not expecting it to be the Pidgeot. I was expecting them to push up the Dreepy. But so we Turo here, pick up this monkey, discarding the energy. And then we Night Stretcher the energy back. Attach it to this monkey. Push the 30 damage, kill Dreepy. Get another prize card. I think I'm going to take it off Grimmsnarl, because Grimmsnarl... Which, I mean, if they get an attack off here, they're hitting for 80 plus 180. They're hitting for 260. Yeah, let's move it off Grimmsnarl. Let's keep them healed up. Another Froslass, which we aren't going to play down. I don't feel comfortable playing down another Froslass until I have something else I can do here, which... You're hitting for 180 right now. You almost kill you. So actually, would it be smart to just go ahead and hit the other Froslass down? I mean, it's going to start really racking up this damage on our monkey, which I don't love. It's also going to start Yeah, actually, let's put you down. Let's get you down. All right. Itchy Pollen. Remember, Wiz, don't go so close to the mic because you end up peeking it. Like here? This peaks it? What about here? What about now? What about now? Bum, bum, bum. I need to figure out a better place for my water, though, because I used to have it, like, right here. Last one was perfect. Like, right now is perfect. Right now is perfect, or right now is too quiet? You said yeah. Yeah doesn't answer the question I asked. Right now is perfect, or before was perfect? Yeah, I could answer either of those. Emerson, how you doing? I like the new office. You can actually see the collectibles, right? I was talking to chat about, I'm probably going to add, and I have it in the closet, just haven't set it up, a second light to kind of light up the background a little bit, to give it a little bit more something something. But I just don't have the light out right now, and I don't know where I'm going to plug it in at either. I don't know where I'm going to plug it in at either. Oh no, they killed my monkey here. The Phantom Dive, they drop all 60 onto the monkey with energy. And it dies. They take 2 prizes. It's gonna be tough. I think we definitely promote up Froslass with the rescue board, so that way we can make a pivot move. Oh, they let it die during checkup. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, no, actually, I just did my math wrong. It doesn't die during checkup. I thought it needed 6 instead of 5. I just can't do math. They actually should have just let it die during checkup. I actually should have done 2 less and put those 2 less somewhere else. Let's go for the Buddy Buddy Poffin first, which I know I do have Badoo in there, before we decide how we want to Arvin. Because Arvin doesn't really get us much of anything, which is a bit of a disappointment. I mean, I could grab Super Rod and Super Rod back in Monkey and Energy. I mean, or I start swinging. But I mean, if I start swinging here, it's not going to be great. Yeah, I don't even have another Night Stretcher. This might be a little cooked. We might be a little cooked here. 2 spots. We might be a little cooked here, chat. Might be a little cooked here, chat. We might just be a little cooked. A tiny little bit of little cooked. We might just be a little cooked. 200 plus 70 plus 1, 2. Yeah, our Froslass is gonna die, or our Grimmsnarl is gonna die if it takes 200 damage. But I think we have to swing here. Yeah, I think we have to swing here. I know this doesn't come into play right now, but we're just attaching it so that way it is somewhere. And I think we put this 30 here. You aren't Terra, right? No. We put that 30 there, and we just start hoping. We just start hoping. Yeah, Mammothswine Dragonite. Mammothswine Dragapult is interesting. I've not seen this before. Sam, how are you doing? Welcome on in. But if they end up taking 2 prizes here, like if they gust and kill. Yeah, Steven was also released, but the Metagross is currently bugged. So I have not even looked at that deck because I heard that the Metagross is bugged. They're hauling. Mammoth. They're mammoth hauling. Okay, they grabbed out the Gargackle. Once during your turn, you attach a basic fighting energy from your discard pot to one of your Pokemon. If you do, heal 30 damage. Oh, did they not grab anything off the Buddy Poffin? I was expecting them to grab a, interesting. I was expecting them to grab a Nactyl. Maybe it's prized. Okay, energy is good if Monkey stays alive. But I'm honestly assuming they're probably just going to put... I mean, if they're smart, they put 30 on Badoo, and they put 30 on Monkey. And they take 2 prizes, if they're smart. We'll see if they're smart, though. They might just dump this 5 onto Monkey. Which would be such a gigantic misplay. I'm interested to see, though, what they do. I'm very interested to see, though, what they do here. Yeah, that would be the smartest thing, is 30 on Badu and take 2 prize cards. There is a very real chance that we lose the game when I pass back to them. If I don't win the game next turn, and I currently do not have a win, I don't have a win on board. I am 98% sure I just lose here. I am 98% sure I just lose here. Yeah, they just misplayed. It would have. I think it's so much better to get rid of my monkey, especially since I can just throw Badu up again and start annoying you that way. That was definitely a choice. It's fine. It's probably the right choice. I mean, they can go a little slow here and it not really affect them all that much. How much damage did they hit for? 300 damage. I think I'm just cooked either way here, chat. I think I'm just cooked either way here, chat. Chat, I think I am what they call in the business cooked. Counter catcher this. I think we counter catcher the Mammoth Swine, actually. Yeah, that's absolutely the play. I hate it, but it's the play. I really hate it, but that's the play. I mean, they quick search for energy and boss. I mean, they quick search for either energy or boss, depending on what they have in hand. But I think that's the only play we can make here. Because otherwise, I could have hit and taken 2 prizes. I could have, but then they just would have immediately killed me next turn. Yeah, they just got it. GG's. GG's. Yeah, my only other option there would have been to. I could have counter-catchered up and killed Dragapult, which is the spread damage. I mean, maybe I should have just went for the kill and forced them to have it, but I mean, they had energy, so they would have had it anyways. Because the issue, they didn't see it the turn before, because I think it would have been the better play. But they didn't do it the turn before, but that doesn't necessarily mean they wouldn't have seen it that turn, killing me, taking 2 prizes with Dragapult. And getting it during checkup. This is a very interesting deck, though. It is very much an interesting one. I don't know that it's going to be a huge contender for anything, but it is kind of a fun deck. It is a little bit fun to get to have to move all the damage around and try. It's a nice strategic deck. Which is something I find fun. Alright. Mulligan for me. I got no basic in hand. No basic for me. Our opponent is really considering what basic they're going to play down. They're really putting some consideration into this. They're thinking long and hard. Kind of wonder in versus Marnie. I feel as if both do very well against each other. I don't know. Would definitely be interesting to see. These both have a 1 energy retreat cost. just gonna do those. I think we're just gonna do it like that. Alright, what are we playing against? And is it a mirror? It is not. Could be a poison deck, though, which is why I put down 2. In versus Marnie. In can spread damage with Darmaku. But if you get a good setup on the Marnie side, you can easily push damage around and take advantage of that. The 180 doesn't kill Zorark, and Zorark can then use Reshiram to hit hard back. And I think even take the knock there. I don't know. Sounds a little different than I remember. Not a new microphone. A new microphone placement, though. The microphone is now in a different spot than it was earlier. Not earlier. Previously. Squawk. And Z's. Was a bit muffled. Is it bad muffled? I don't know. Let me look at my settings right now. Alright, I have a noise suppression. Alright. Chat, be prepared. Be prepared. This might sound really bad. I'm going to turn off this noise suppression. Tell me what it sounds like. Alright, I have turned off the noise suppression. Do you notice a difference at all? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it the exact same? Is the noise suppression no difference? Oh, wow. You're telling me this noise suppression did nothing? You're telling me this did nothing. I'm just turning it on and off as I continue to talk here. Are you getting any differences by as well? Maybe, I mean, it's... I guess noise suppression is for, like, background. That's why I was like, maybe that's why it was giving, like, the muffled sound. Because it's going to, like, suppress something really loud happening to the side of me. So I was like, maybe that's where the muffling's coming from, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yep, going for the poison. They're going to retreat here into Pecharunt to do an additional 5. Then plus that, take 6 damage during Pokemon checkup. Bam, bam, bam. So I will die next turn. Devo does nothing. I hate to throw away Froslass, but I do need a fresh hand. I do indeed need a fresh hand. Alright, that's a little bit better. It's a bit better. Don't you know? Yeah, it's a bit better. Hate how often in these matchups I am having to use energy to get out of active. Like, it is pretty much the main thing I'm doing is using energy to get out of active. I don't love that. I don't love that. I don't know. I don't know that I love this deck. It's a fun deck, but I don't know that it's something that I would want to play a lot of. Because the kind of like player that I am, I like to like. I don't know. I don't like long setup decks, which is why I always liked Miraidon. Ooh, that's it. It's the jungle. That's what it was. The Perilous Jungle gets the additional 2. I am the Iono. Man, but I really like those cards that I had in my hand. But I like these cards better, actually. Actually, I like these cards better. So I'm A-okay with that. I'll send you up. Secret box onto Turo Team Evo Energy. Froslass evolves here. Rare candy. So I could grab Spikemon's gem. So we grab the gem to get them. Defiance Band doesn't really do anything for us because, I mean, we're not hitting hard enough to do that. Because no one really need to hit for that. So maybe Rescue Board would be smarter to have it out. Shoot. Countercatcher. Professor's Research. Yeah. Okay, Spike Month. Just gotta make sure I don't screw up my sequencing here. I can easily screw up my sequencing here. So I also would really like to get a monkey down this turn. I'd really like to get a monkey down this turn. Alright, we're hitting for 180 right now, so we're going to go ahead and grab... I mean, we could grab you and get rid of your ability to poison us. And I hit 30 onto the Pecharunt, so put him to 50. And then if I can get the monkey down, we can kill them. Because the Squawk is just always a 2-prize liability. The Squawk is just always a 2-prize liability. Alright, we'll put that there. Dang. We get it next turn. We unfortunately do not get it this turn. Do I want to play down an Imp just in case? Yeah, we'll put him down just in case they end up getting there. We do get it next turn, though, which is nice. We could go ahead and put the 30 onto them. Yeah. Yeah, let's put the 30. Let's put the 30 there. Take the knockety knock. I don't know. You want a pirate game? Let's go. Let's go. Good pirate game. Other than the random bubbles while switching, otherwise no difference. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I don't know. I'm also just not. I am still like pretty out of it, sleepy tired from all the moving I've done. So I do definitely need to consider. Or I definitely don't have as much brain power right now as I wish I did. Your landlubbers were Jinx, Admire, and Soul Collector. Killed the Jinx night 3 and confirmed myself. Killed Admire night 4 and got Soul Collector out day 5. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nespawning for a monkey. They're just gonna push this damage back. Chat, we got a damage off. We're just gonna be moving damage back and forth. But who are you moving it off of? Who are you moving it off of? Your Perilous Jungle doesn't really do anything because you can't poison me. But it does keep me from having Spike Month Gem out to get another Marnie Pokemon, but I don't want another Marnie Pokemon right now. Who are you healing? I mean, I might not even go for the kill onto the Pecharunt and just keep your... Because you can't even attack this turn. You just pass back freely to me. You just freely pass back to me. Because you can't do anything. You have no energy acceleration. Well, you have Sada, but Sada, you've already played down an energy. I mean, I guess... Yeah, I was like, there's really not much you can do there. Okay, we can cook a little bit here. We can cook a tiny bit here. Not a lot. We can't do a lot of cooking here, but we can do a little bit of cooking. Get down our own monkey. 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 Alright, you take 30 damage during Pokemon checkup. So if I just push 30 onto you, you die during checkup, which I don't know that I want to happen. I don't know that I want that to happen. Because then it gives you bench space, and I don't know that I want you to have bench space. Although, if I'm going to take a knockout... Actually, maybe I do that. But maybe I hit with the 30 there. Lots of thoughts. Lots of thoughts being having here. I could just push the 30 here to keep that 30 relevant. I mean, because they're going to push the 30 probably from here. Well, they're also going to keep piling up damage on Monkey, because we're going to attack. This is going to die. We're going to take 2 prizes here. Let's do that. We could Iono. There's nothing really I want in hand except for energy, so I think Iono is good here. Disrupt their 7-card hand. Alright, gets me stuff that I need. I can go ahead and play down my Monkey, which I like. I could Super Rod that energy back in. It is not terrible. Not terrible to get that energy back in. I'll hold on to it. I'll see how this turn goes. I'll see how this turn goes. Take ourselves a little prize card. See who they want to promote. Who's it going to be? You think it's going to be Pecharunt? Could be. Could be Pecharunt. Could be the Pecharunt. Could be the Pecharunt they promote. The Pecharunt dies no matter what during checkup. I'm glad Soul Collector was solo. I kind of bet on that. That's funny. Ah, the Pecharunt died. I'll go ahead and take my second prize card. Counter Catcher. Not going to come into super big play here, because if they take 2 prizes this turn, it puts us on even footing. So the Counter Catcher could be Ultra Ball fodder. Alright, gotta think into my next turn. I would like to get another Froslass into play if I can also like to get another energy in play. Grimmsnarl has a lot of damage on it, which I'm not loving. This is not a McDonald's. Is there any way I can win next turn? I don't think there is. I guess it depends on where they push this damage from. Because 60 damage onto Monkey, their Monkey, like push 60 damage over to Monkey. Which I won't have 60 damage to push if they kill my Grimmsnarl. But let's say they don't kill my Grimmsnarl and I can push 60 damage to a completely healed Monkey. And then I also hit with the 30. And then they take the 2 plus they take 3 from Froslass. 60, 90. That does actually kill, so there is actually a chance I could win next turn. There is actually a route to winning next turn. I don't know what their play is here, because they also need to get their Squawk out of active. Pecharunt EX could do it, which they are grabbing here. But I don't know who they're planning to attack me with. Because they don't have the bench space to put down. Okay, they're sodding. Okay, so they're going to attack me with the baby moon. They're going to attach for turn onto Roaring Moon. I don't know how much damage they're doing right now. How many ancients do they have in discard? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're doing 140 right now. Which doesn't kill. They put the booster capsule here, which doesn't do anything. But they also still need to retreat. I don't see the retreat. Oh, the subjugating chains. Duh, I forgot about the subjugating chains. I don't know how to retreat, even though I literally was just talking about Pecharunt EX. Chat, I'm tired. Okay, we also now need to boss. Because we need a 2-prizer and active for any of this math to matter. Where are they pushing this 30 from? That also matters. That also matters. I don't think that puts in range to kill. They pushed it off of the Roaring Moon. Chat, I maybe see a route. I maybe see a route here. Because Squawkabilly has 40. I just need energy. I really just need energy, and I potentially have a play here. Let's put down Spike Month so I can see what's in my deck. Night Stretcher is there. Do I have energy in discard? Let's go. I do. Chat, I think I actually just win here. Oh, wait a second. My other Froslass is prized. That throws off my math a little bit. I was counting on my second Froslass not being prized. Yeah, I was really doing math based off my other Froslass not being prized. Let me see if this math still works. So we push 60 onto Squawk on the bench. That puts them at 100 damage. We attack and put 30 onto them. That puts them at 130. Then during Pokemon Checkup, they go up to 140. Yeah, dang. That math does not math. Oh no, other Froslass is in my discard. I didn't notice. I didn't realize that. Oh, wait. Chat. I have Super Rod in hand. That's what it was. I had Super Rod in hand. Alright, we do that. But I still think my math is off. Okay, so we push 60 damage here. So they're at 100. And we hit... Yeah, my math is still off. I instead could push and kill Monkey and get their damage movement off. I think I'm still okay to do this play, though. Because then they still have to worry about getting the Squawk off their bench. Or it might be better just to kill their Monkey. So they can't push damage back to me. We push the 60 to the Monkey. That puts them at 190, and then they die during checkup. Yeah, let's actually just do that. Let's mess with their ability to push damage to me. Okay, they die during checkup now. Then we go for Shadow Bullet. We knock out here. We push 30 here. Do you know how Steven is bugged? I know the Metagross doesn't work. I don't know how or why and which way it doesn't work. But I just know that the Metagross doesn't work. I think it's its ability. Yeah, if I would have just had the Froslass a turn sooner, that math would have been really fun. I just didn't have the Froslass down. I'm fairly certain it's still bugged. Because they haven't put out any updates. And I am one prize card from victory. There's truly nothing that they can do here to take 5 prize cards. They could really slow me down, but I think we'll be okay. Because they could easily get a knockout here, which does slow me down significantly. Hiccup. Let me try. I'm trying to look it up to see what was going on with Steven. Because I just saw that it was. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't look into it. Guys, I think the game is bugged. Maybe it's not bugged. Maybe I'm making this up. Maybe I'm making this up. Because what is Metagross? Steven's Metagross is once during your turn, you may search your deck for a basic psychic energy card, basic steel energy card, and one of each of them. Wait, what? Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a basic psychic, a basic steel, or one of each, and attach them to your psychic and steel Pokemon in any way you like. That's such a weird, clunky way to say that. I'm pretty sure the ability was bugged, but I could be wrong. I haven't actually tested it myself. I don't know what you would... Are there any other steel Pokemon right now that are good? I don't know. I still think no matter what, I win next turn. Because the 20 damage onto the Squawk ability puts them at 110. And so I just push 60 damage from each monkey. I push 30 from each monkey. And I kill the Squawk. I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain I still have it. I don't think there's anything they can do here. I had a look and it looks to be a deck about taking damage when dealing 200 back. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen any gameplay about it at all. I haven't watched any gameplay about Marnie either. I just Googled some decks. Some builds with the Froslass. I was like, oh, let's give it a shot. Let's see how it plays. Counter catcher, kill a monkey. Killing a monkey's for sure your play. That definitely makes it slightly more difficult. Definitely makes it slightly more difficult. Because now I can only push 30. Actually, I think I still win. I'm pretty sure I still win. Because they're at 110, I push 30, and then I just hit 30. Yeah, I still win. A GG's. A GG's. And always the Squawk. It's always the Squawk. The Squawk gets you some good cards in the beginning, but it's such a liability. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to argue like Squawk is bad. Squawk is really good, but it is, it's a dangerous one to have to just sit on the bench without being able to, like, Turo to pick them up or, like, Bravery Charm them. They tough. Yeah, this is the Stevens deck. This is Stevens Metagross. Yeah, once during your turn, you may search your deck for a basic Psychic Energy card, a basic Metal Energy card, or one of each of them, and attach them to your Psychic and Steel Pokemon in any way that you'd like, then shuffle your deck. I feel like it would make so much more sense. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for... I mean, I guess that is the... Because you're trying to see because you don't have to search for both of them. You can only search for one of them if you want. I guess that's how you have to explain it. He has 340 HP. Hits for 200 damage. Shuffle up to 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. Granite Cave. Steven's Pokemons take 30 less damage. It's fun. Definitely take some hits there. This probably won't be the deck that is played with Steven. Like, definitely they'll meld this into some other deck. Steven's Claydol. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Or Clay Blast. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. 220 damage is nice. I'm gonna discard all. So had someone use a mix of Hop and Steven. I guess that, I mean, that does make sense because they are still Pokemon. Oh, you're right. That was a really pretty art. Chat, I'm really excited to open Destin Rivals next Monday. There's some really pretty cards in this set that I'm really hoping to open. There's some really pretty cards in this set. Wait, let me move this so you can actually see all of them. Let me scroll up. These are a lot of the cards in the set. Shaman. This Shaman card is going to be very important in the meta. This works similar to how Manaphy used to. It basically protects your bench from being attacked by, like, Darmaku, for instance, from In's deck. That allows you to deal, or also defends from, like, Marnie's Grimmsnarl there, where I attack for 180 and then put 30 damage on the bench. Shaman protects you from that, which is pretty cool. So I really want to pull this card. Yeah, a lot of really cool art here. I'd really like to pull the Shaman, of course. Obviously, Cynthia's Roserade would be really cool. Misty Psyduck is pretty cool. Ethan's Typhlosion is sick. Lapras is cool. I mean, a lot of these trainer cards are cool. I really want the Rotom. Shaman also protects against Pult. No, because Pult is not damage. Pult is damage counters, which is different from damage. So Shaman does not stop Dragapult. Rocket's Meowth, Rocket's Raticate. A lot of really cool cards here that I would love to get. Where's the consistency? Because it's damage versus damage counters. Because there are a couple Pokemon that do stop damage counters from being placed. That would be... We'll go back to looking at the art in just a second. That would be... gosh, how do you spell this Pokemon's name? I don't even think I'm spelling it correctly. I don't think it's with a T. I think it is, right? Oh, wait, let me make sure it's... all. Toadscruel? Right? Is that not how you spell the Pokemon? T-O-E. T-O-E. Card. No, that's that one. No, that's not the. Oh, that's not the card I was thinking of. That stops you from being able to put Pokemon. I'm thinking of Rapska. Prevent all damage from and effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to your benched Pokemon. So the damage counters that Dragapult places is an effect of an attack. So Rapska protects your bench from Dragapult. The negative to Rapska is they are an Evo Pokemon, so you have to evolve them. There were a couple decks that Rapska was being played in pre-rotation, but I don't think it's in anything right now. But it's there. And then we have the full arts. A lot of cool full arts here. Rocket's Mewtwo is pretty sick. And then we have the full art supporters. Cool. And then we have the SIR Pokemon. A lot of cool ones here. Ethan's Ho-Oh, of course, being a big one. Rocket's Moltres. Cynthia's Garchomp. Like, those are going to be the big ones. They got special illustration rare supporters. This is my big chase. I really want Ethan's Adventure. I really want the Pichu, the Cyndaquil, and the Slugma. This is just a really cool card that I really want. Then we got the gold cards. Good old gold cards. And then this is the ETB promo. If you get an Elite Trainer box, this is the promo that's in it. But yeah, it's a really pretty set. A lot of really fun cards. The Ethan's Typhlosion is going to be really cool. Also, all the Rocket decks are going to be really cool. Really excited to play around with both of those decks. Yeah, the Rockets deck is going to be kind of wild. Going to be interesting to see which of them do well at NAIC, which is the first time that these decks will be legal. For actual standard play, we'll actually see how they do is at NAIC in New Orleans in June, which I will be there for. I will be at NAIC. And I will be making another video while I'm there. NAIC, North American International Championship. Chat, we're hitting all the heads tonight. We're hitting all the heads tonight. Do I want to start Monkey? Not really. I don't really want to start Monkey inactive. And no matter what, I'm gonna have to get up. I'm gonna have to retreat. And I'm so sleepy. Neutral Apocalypse International Company, that's it. That's it. Potentially Dragapult, potentially Dangopult, potentially, I don't know, there's a lot of things that play Dreepy. There's a lot of decks that play Dreepy. Artisan's great, we need it for us as well. I could Turo, pick up Snorunt, push up Badoo, and slow them down. That could happen here. Okay, looks like Dragapult, Dusk Noir. Cool. Or we could Arven for a rescue board and not waste our Turo. Let's see what's in the deck. The rescue board is there, so we will indeed Arven. I don't really want to Arven for Secret Box right now. I don't think I really need to go that hard. I'll just grab a Buddy Poffin, put down Snorunt and Impidimp. Cool. Whoa, works for me. Whoa, works for me. A rescue board. Do need to get some energy into hand soon, but that's okay. BRB, I'm gonna make a sandwich, see if they have Dragapult yet. Dragapult honestly can be a pretty quick setup, depending on the variant of Dragapult being played. Then playing a Dusk Noir build makes me think it's probably going to be more of a quicker build. Losing my Froslass there is sad. Maybe I'll get my second one. No. But I do get Earthen Vessel and Professor's Research. And Arven. So I could actually Arven for Secret Box and get Spike Month down. It's actually not terrible. Or I don't even need Spike Month. I just Arven for a rare candy. Huh. Arven for a rare candy. I don't need the Buddy Poffin. We can research next turn. I'll at least have Grimmsnarl online. Yeah, at least have Grimmsnarl online. I don't think TM Evo really comes into play here. Grab the Defiance Band. You need patience and chill to play Grimmsnarl deck. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It is definitely a little bit of a slower setup and figuring out how all you want to position your damage. Bam, bam, bam. Right, we'll go at least have that damage on, have those energies on you. I'll attach one there. Ba-da-bum. Both of my other monkeys are prized? I play 3 monkeys. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad, chat. I really wanted another monkey. Shoot. Well. That's sad. That's really sad. Yeah, big oof. Big oof. The longest building deck among all stage 2. I cannot believe it. It's my first day playing it. We've had, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 games of it now. But it is definitely a slower one. You're gonna test Steven. Let me know what you think about it. I haven't even, like I said, that I have not looked into a lot. I'm pretty sure I saw someone say it was bugged, but they could just be, that could have been a post that I misinterpreted, that they were talking about that they were confused why the decks were available. Because again, since I've been moving the last few days, this has been my first day that I've actually sat down and actually played. I've actually played TCG. They're gonna retreat into their own Badoo. They said, if you can itchy pollen me, I can itchy pollen you. which is so true. So true. Man, I wish I could place this energy. Again, I don't think the Defiance Band comes into big play here. Part of me wants to research to hopefully get my Froslass. We've shuffled the deck, so the Froslass that was Ino to the bottom is back up. Hey, we'll take one of them. We'll take one of them. Yep. I don't think I want another Impidimp on the bench. I don't really think it benefits me in any way. They also have no abilities on their side, which is rough. Because I don't have my other monkey. If I had my other monkey, I would actually be in a really good position right now. Bum, 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 bum. The itch. The itch right back. We could use scenario. We could do a Professor Sturo's scenario to get multiple damage pushed out. That is kind of an interesting thought. I think we'll definitely push. I mean, we could push 20 onto the Badoo, take a prize card, and hopefully it be another. I think I am going to go for that. It's a bit risky because there is a world where it opens up their bench space that I don't love. Give me a monkey. Let's go. What's Freezing Shroud? So Freezing Shroud is my ability here during Pokemon Checkup, which happens as I pass to them and they pass to me. Put 1 damage counter onto a Pokemon that has an ability outside of Froslass. And then I push 20 here, which puts them at 50. And then I Itchy Pollen for 60. That's nice. I'm a fan of that. Or I could start building damage on another Dreepy. I mean, there is a world where there is a turn I could retreat and knock out a Duskull. So let's actually put it here. Let's evolve you. And we could Iono. What I want. I could really slow down. I could really slow down and do a lot here. We're just gonna go for the itch. We're just gonna go for the itch. We're not gonna attack here. We'll attack next turn. Next turn we'll definitely hit an attack because we can take out one of their Duskulls. Or we could continue to play the Badoo itch so that way they can't use items. Because right now they can't rare candy any of their Duskulls up. They can't Ultra Ball. They're kind of just screwed until they get something that helps them. Badoo does nothing to me at this point. I don't need any of my items anymore. So Badoo is fine. I don't need any of my items. I am item free now. I can take 3 prize cards this turn. I could push 60 and kill a Duskull. But I think I want to push the 20 off Badoo, and I think I want to do another Itchy Pollen. I think I want to Itchy Pollen again. Because, like, why wouldn't I? They clearly have nothing. They clearly have nothing in hand. I think we take a Duskull. I mean, we could take a Badoo again. But I mean, I don't need items, and I'm fine having Badoo on bench because it's an easy knockout late game for me. It's an easy late game for me. So let's take out. Let's get rid of one of their Duskulls. Ooh, but that does leave my Badoo in trouble. He's probably got Duskull down to try and get his Dragon Bolt out easier. Yeah, that does leave my Badoo in trouble. Do I care? Do I care that it leaves my Badoo in trouble? No, because I'm planning to start hitting next turn anyways. I don't care. I don't care. I'll Itchy Pollen them one more turn, And then it also opens up my board space. I was about to say for another monkey, but we didn't end up pulling the other monkey. Can you imagine if we did, though? Ionoed potentially... We should have Ionoed before moving that, so that we could get 5. But they also have nothing in hand, so I don't think we will Iono them. Because I know they have nothing in hand right now. I know they don't have the Dust Skull, or else they would have evolved... Or the Dusclops, or else they would have evolved it last time. It's crazy how Dragapult does 200 for just 2 energies. But you gotta set up for it. You do have to do some evoing for it. But that is also why Dragapult is where it is in the format right now. It's doing great in the format because exactly that. It does a lot of damage for very few energy. Pair it with a Dust Skull, pair it with a with a Charizard, pair it with a lot of stuff. All right. They got their recon directives online. Good for them. Their recon directive abilities, though, will start pulling damage from our Froslass, which is nice. The concept of Grimmsnarl is maintain damage counters in your arena. Yeah. So they will kill our Badoo here with an Itchy Pollen, which, again, we're fine with that. Okay, now I kind of want to kill that Dust Skull, or that Dracloak. They're doing a Sparkling Crystal. I see an Ace Spec come down and I do want to kill that. We could kill it next turn. Because we could push this, we could push 60. Ooh, who are you gonna Bravery Charm? Your Badoo, maybe? But yeah, it doesn't matter because I hit for 180. So I mean, your Badoo having, I mean, your Bravery Charming, it keeps me from killing it with a Monkey Dory. But there's no world where I kill it with a Monkey Dory anyways. Because I want to push the damage over here. Because I do 30 damage from the Shadow Bullet. So 30 damage from the Shadow Bullet. Plus the 20 during Pokemon checkup. Puts you to 50, 60, 70. So we actually only need to push one pair of 30 over there. And I could push the other 30 to the Dreepy here. And take another prize card here. So we push 30 there. We push all the 30 there just to heal as well. Take a prize card. Bum bum. Get another monkey. Get another monkey. Where do I want to push this damage? I push it here, but I mean, oh, we could kill their Dust Skull next turn. $30 here to 50. Let's go ahead and push it here, just for fun. Because here's the thing, they're not going to be able to use the Dust Skull. They're not going to be able to use the Dust Skull, because if they use the Dust Skull, I just win the game. So they aren't going to be able to. I went to a local card shop tournament. Dragapult is just so powerful, especially against Gardevoir. I'm a Gardevoir player. I've never read properly. We'll get back to that in a second. I've never read properly what Monkey Dory does, what makes him super good. So Monkey Dory's ability, Adrenabrain, allows you to move 30 damage from one of your Pokemon to the other side of the bench, which allows us to just push this damage over. Gardevoir is actually beats Dragapult like 9 times out of 10 because of Lily's Clefairy. Lily's Clefairy EX makes all dragon Pokemon weak to psychic Pokemon. So you don't even attack with Lily's Clefairy. You just put it on your bench. And that makes Dragapult weak to your psychic attacks. So Gardevoir actually, Dragapult being good right now is great for Guardy players. Are you gonna? I mean, I guess actually evolving here is actually smart. They aren't gonna pop it. They're just evolving here, so that way it's out of range of dying next turn, or dying from me attacking it. But I mean, I still just take the knockout here if you don't get a Dragapult. Even if you get a Dragapult here, I don't think it really matters. Iono doesn't really matter here because I have one on board, unless you get the Dragapult. Now, if you get the Dragapult, you do get the Dragapult. Okay. So now we got to do a little bit more. Got to do a little bit more. Ryan, how you doing? 5 minutes to be able to catch a stream. Hope all is well. It's all good. We just moved, actually. This is my first stream in like a week because I've been moving. Dump all. Actually, dump 30-30. Could have dumped a little bit more onto one of the monkeys and taken 2 prizes. Because right now, because you could have killed a monkey in checkup here. All right, just checking here. If I move 60 here, I think I still win. I think I still win. Because of damage dealt during checkup. And then I hit for 30, which puts them at 140, and then they die during checkup, yeah. Yeah. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm not ready for regionals yet because I'm not fully finished the Gardevoir deck since the rotation happened a bit ago. Oh no. Are you going to Portland this weekend? Let's go. Love a good game against Dragapult. And that shows a little bit of the power of this deck versus big meta decks like Dragapult. You'll love to see it. Fortunately, no, too busy. That's fair. The next thing I'm going to is NAIC. I only went to my first regional this season. This is my first season playing in Standard. I've used to play Pokemon TCG years and years and years and years and years ago. Back during Sun and Moon when Pika ROM was a thing, but I was also playing Expanded, or I was playing themed decks. I was not playing actual standard competitive Pokemon, and I was only playing in the old Pokemon TCG Online app. So this is my first season actually getting into the competitive scene. So I went to my first regional. I went to the Atlanta regional. Have a video up on the YouTube channel for those of you if you haven't checked it out yet. And then I'm going to my first ever NAIC. Really excited about that. Oh yeah, ADP. Love good old ADP. He said sarcastically. But I was there playing the Pika ROM deck with the Scoop Up Net and the Jirachi. I have that deck actually. I think it is behind. Is it over there? I have the deck somewhere. I don't know where, but I do have the deck behind me. It's at some. I'll go find it in a second. Once I set up my board. Because I think I know where it is. I meant put down monkey. Not gonna lie, I really don't know how Steven plays. Let me go find it. Immediately found. Oh, did they just forfeit? Hey, look, that's fair. I will not lie. I occasionally do concede a game on live when I do not get a fun opening hand, and I'm like, look, I know I could play this game out, but sometimes you just want to play the game. The League Battle deck with Pikachu and Zekrom GX. Not EX, GX. I don't think Pokemon thought about how to make ADP balanced at all because the card was not balanced. That was the trick. They didn't want it to be balanced. These are all the fun old cards in here. Back during Tag Team, here's the Jirachi with the Stellar Wish ability. The reason why this deck was so broken is because once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal the trainer card you there, and put it into your hand, then shuffle the cards back into your deck, and then this Pokemon's now asleep. But then you would use the, let me find it. Hold up a second, let me find it. Where are they at? Did I pull them out of this deck for some reason? Oh, I did. Okay. You use the Scoop Up Neck, which allows you to just scoop up a Pokemon. I don't know much there, but here's that main attacker. That Pikachu and Zekrom EX. I remember having a lot of fun playing this, but again, I was just playing in the expanded format and was definitely by no means playing legitimately. His GX move for 2 energies. That card even lasts long the TCG. It's true. Wait, is this card like worth stuff now? Wait, is just this promo $37? What? Hold up a second. No way. That doesn't feel right. Chad, I think this card's like $30. I'm just for sure keeping it in a box. Keeping it in the box it came in. There's 2 of them in here. That's wild that I'm just keeping these in a box. I should definitely have these sleeved. What about the Raichu? Because this was your other big attacker. Your Alolan Raichu. Oh shoot, chat, this is also a $30 card. I should definitely be keeping these in something more than just a cardboard box. I mean, they're old cards, so that's fair. And then the other tag team deck I have, Reshiram and Charizard EX, or GX. This one I did not play as much of, but this had this card I bet is worth a lot more because it has Charizard on it. This is Reshiram and Charizard. Yeah, it's a $42 card, man. I really shouldn't just be keeping this in a cardboard box. I really shouldn't just be keeping these in a cardboard box, should I? That's probably not the best place for these. Charizard and Braixen, how much are you? Okay, wait, hold up a second. Is that the right one? No, that's not the right one. Oh, wait, I found it, and then I clicked past it on accident. This was only $39. Why am I just keeping these in a cardboard box? Alright, I'll have to go through and sleeve those up at some point. That's so funny. Oh, okay. I guess Pokemon decided I was done playing. Let me log back in really fast. I don't know what did that. Chat, I almost just started saying my password out loud as I was typing it. I almost started going, password. Oh, I clicked P for platinum. My password is not password. Isn't Charizard and Braixen from Cosmic Eclipse? I believe so. That's when these League Battle decks from I believe. Yeah, TCG said, you're done. Now we'll play... This will probably be our last game. Let me rephrase. I'm going to play one more full game. So if, like, I die on turn 1, or they concede turn 1, then we'll play another one. But we're going to play at least one more game. Yo, what's up, Way? How you doing? Welcome on in. Chat, I don't want anyone to think I'm out here cheating. But I have, like, almost every coin flip we've done tonight has been heads. Almost every coin flip I've done tonight has been heads in my favor. I don't want to start any allegations, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, the worst. You never want to see your Hawlucha being your only... Because their ability works from the flying entry. This is another Dragapult deck, which I assumed when I saw Hawlucha, but that is so sad. Another Dreepy and a Badoo? No, a Badoo and a Duskull. Alright, well, that's fine with us. I'm gonna miss playing Lost Box in the standard format. That deck was a lot of fun. I don't care if it was complex, it's made it fun. I had never played Lost Box because I wasn't smart enough for it. Smart of you to leave the Hawlucha there. We could immediately grab Lost Box. We could immediately grab not Lost Box, Secret Box. But what would I would have to throw away these three, and I don't vibe super hard with that. So let's go for Arven. I mean, we could grab a TM Evo, and we could throw away Counter Catcher, Devo, Evo. Again, I don't think I like... I haven't used Evo or Devo the entire night, so I might end up pulling those. Yeah. I am actually... I know I said I didn't want any allegations, but I am cheating. I'm playing with 2 decks at the exact same time. We'll grab a Research to have for next turn. I kind of like Spike Month because I already have a monkey out. So I do kind of like Spike Month to be able to get another of Marnie's Pokemon into my hand. So we might grab that, and it also doesn't give them an Artisan, even though they're kind of already set up as much as they kind of want to be. And then we grab a Buddy Buddy to get down another Snorunt. I kind of dig that. We have energy in hand for the monkey. Alright, so we play monkey. We attach energy to monkey. We Buddy Buddy. We get down our other Snorunt. We have both of our Snowrunts. We throw out... Oh, do I actually want a Spike Month? Because then if I research next turn... Yeah, because that only works if I get a rare candy. Let's do it because I always can choose not to play it. Let's just put Mogrim in hand. We can attach them next turn, and if they get like if we get like Iodode or something, doesn't super matter. Doesn't hurt just to have Mogrim in hand, because then if we grab a rare candy, we can always grab the other. So I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I don't think it really matters one way or the other is basically what I'm getting to. I don't think it affects anything in any way, shape, or form. They're using Spike Month for some reason. I guess just to check what's in their deck before they decide what card they want to use here. Which is, you know, fine. Because I do that constantly. See, we did get Ionode, which is sad. I did want to keep the Research. But this is actually better. That's actually a much better hand because we get the rare candy. Yeah, that's actually... Oh, we can't use the rare candy. They go for the Badoo. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And we get the Research anyways. Alright, so we throw you there. Yeah, we aren't going to be able to use the rare candy anyway, so we'll just go ahead and grab Wargrim and evolve them there. Part of me kind of wants to research. No, I think because we can't Ultra Ball. I was going to say we could Arven for an Ultra Ball. Because I would like to get another monkey into play. Let's research. Okay, we have you for next turn. Or Artisan, but I don't want Artisan right now. Badoo there. Better go get your Lost Box. Yeah, I'll go grab that. Have a good night, Welsh. Thanks for swinging through. Stream should be back to a pretty normal schedule now. As normal as can be for me. But thanks for swinging through. Always happy to have you yapping here. So being late, yeah, that's what I mean by as on schedule as it can be for me. They grabbed rare candy and Defiance Band. But I mean, they can't use the rare candy, so just thinning the deck. And I'm just gonna also just leave this Hawlucha there because it's just eventually gonna die. It's just eventually gonna die, so it's fine. We could research. We could research. We'll throw out Artisan, which I know does benefit them. I know it does benefit them. Grab out Monkey. Or research. Got an energy, which is one of the things I wanted, but I did really want the other Froslass. Now I could push this 30. I could push this 20 damage here and kill Badoo, which I do think I will. I will do that. Kill the Badoo. We have boss for next turn, which is nice. I really didn't want them to put up the Hawlucha, but I mean, like, why wouldn't they? It's their free pivot. Push that there, and go for the Itchy. Probably put the Spike Month gym back into play next turn if they don't Iono me again, which, I mean, there is a good chance they do Iono me again. It's kind of their go-to thing. Hey, puppy. Kind of their go-to thing to Iono. Both Gardevoir and Dragapult like to Iono a lot to disrupt you. But Hawlucha dies next turn. If we get the other... Once I pass back, they actually die. So yeah, their Hawlucha is actually nothing to worry about right now. Their Hawlucha dies during next checkup. So we'll throw out Spike Month just to take it off the board for them. We could Iono. They don't have a big hand right now, so I don't think we will. I mean, Ionoing could possibly get us the other Froslass. Because there is a world where we monkey the Badoo, but then they'll just send up the Hawlucha, which is not what I want them to do. I mean, we could push the 30 damage and then boss. I think we just go for a boss here. Grab you. I mean, we could push the 40 damage onto Dreepy and then Itchy Pollen to kill them. I kind of don't hate that. I kind of don't hate that. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. And then their Hawlucha dies during Pokemon checkup. What's up, buddy? Percy is going through it, guys. Oh, and the Hawlucha's dead. Which their Badoo is an easy knockout at any point in time.
Percy, come up here. Up here.
Percy got a bath today, so he's just really itchy. Alright. Alright. I think we definitely do Iono here. Because they got a nice hefty... Oh, they just concede! Let's go, chat. I think we had that, though. We were going to Iono them, hopefully get our other Froslass. We were going to push damage over. We definitely had the control there. I mean, it's easy to clean up Dragapults when you lock them out of doing half their stuff. They can't rare candy. I mean, a different Dragapult deck might actually be a little bit better, but we saw 2 Dragapult Dusk Noirs, which just couldn't really do a lot there to us because of it. But I mean, different Dragapult builds definitely probably could have gotten around it. But the item lock plus the just being able to push damage all over the place really just makes it tough for them to counter. So that is Marnie's deck. It's a fun one. It's a fun one. All right, chat. That is going to do it for me tonight. Like I said, I do apologize for streams being kind of all over the place the last week or so while I was moving and getting all that going. Next stream, though, is going to be Thursday night, 8 p.m. EST, with our return to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I'm sure it's going to go awful because I don't remember what we were doing. But we're going to try our best and see if we can succeed. So definitely come back and join me Thursday night, 8 p.m. EST for some Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And then come and join me again Friday at 5 p.m. EST for some more Pokemon TCG. I don't know what we'll be playing. Maybe some Dango Polt, because that is kind of where I'm leaning for NAIC. Or maybe something else. I don't know. Multiple days can happen between now and then. I don't know what I'll be playing. But thanks all for swinging through. Absolutely had a blast chatting with you all tonight. Have a good night, everyone. See you later.